Here we are, at the edge of 2025. Not at a finish line, but at a pause. A pause where the year gently asks us, do you remember how all this began? At Global Menopause Collective, it did not begin with a movement. It began with a conversation. A simple, almost whispered question. Why are so many women suffering in silence, and why does the world seem to be so comfortable looking away? Menopause was never just about hormones. We sensed it instinctively. It was about stories that were never told, about symptoms that were normalized, about women who were told this is just how life is now. And slowly, that conversation started traveling. From living rooms to clinics, from podcasts to classrooms, from one woman's confusion to another woman's relief that she was not just imagining it. Somewhere along the way, a conversation crossed borders. Geographies changed, accents changed. But the pain, the questions, the silence, it all sounded the same. We began to look where no one else was looking. At young girls entering puberty too early, their bodies growing faster than their nervous systems could understand. At women living in an extended perimenopause, sometimes for decades, unheard, misdiagnosed, exhausted. At ADHD quietly overlaying with perimenopause, blurring focus, memory, identity, and being dismissed as anxiety or age. We asked uncomfortable questions. Why are young girls experiencing skin sensitivity so early? Why are women suddenly reacting to everything? Food, stress, relationships, even their own emotions. And the deeper we went, the clearer it became. The body keeps a memory. ACES. Stress imprinting. Cortisol that forgets its rhythm. A nervous system that never learned how to rest. We began connecting dots that were never meant to stay separate. The gut speaking to the brain whispering to the hormones, the dura mater stiffening not just physically but symbolically, holding years of unprocessed stress. Science gave us language. Human stories gave us truth. This was not rebellion against medicine. It was an invitation to expand it. To look at menopause not as an isolated phase, but as a culmination of childhood experiences, of societal pressure, of unrelenting performance, of bodies that were never allowed to slow down. What surprised us most was not resistance, it was relief. A relief in doctors who finally felt allowed to ask bigger questions. A relief in women who realized that their symptoms were signals, not just failures. A relief in families who finally understood that menopause affects everyone, not just the woman living through it. By the end of 2025, Global Menopause Collective had become something larger than us. It became a safe space for curiosity, a bridge between science and softness, between data and dignity. And perhaps that is what this movement truly is. Not a fight against aging, not a fear of hormones, but a reclamation of wisdom. Because menopause, when seen clearly, is not an ending, it's a revealing. A revealing of everything the body has carried, and everything it is now ready to release. As we step into a new year, we do so with humility and with hope. If a conversation can become a movement, imagine what listening can become. This is not our story alone. This is your story too. And we are just getting started.